Tonight I'm gonna talk about the TV series in America named Breaking Bad. Okay, this is the most interesting TV series I've ever seen, I guess, in my life, among American series. Anyway, British one is Peaky Blinders, but today I'm gonna talk about that. Breaking Bad. So which means um like going bad. Is it right? I don't know, but it's like Southern American slang, which means like being rude or trying to be like um like an ash. That's Australian slang. Shit. Okay, do you know what I mean? I mean, you're gonna just act, you're gonna behave bad. That's what I'm talking about. Anyway, so the that genre is like thriller and criminal, which I like. You know, I basically like um drug based TV series like what else, like Narcos Saint in Korean TV series, and yeah, something like that. Like I cannot come up with that right now, but anyway, that's what I like. So the main character, Walter White, used to be a just normal teacher about chemistry in school. I mean high school, but he's overqualified. He's a for a teacher. He's too overqualified because he almost got he contributed to a Nobel Prize, and he used to be a very ginormous potential company, chemistry company, like research company, I guess. Anyway, he was one of members, but because of some arguments, he got to get out of there, and then that company became huge, enough to make a, over billions of dollars. So he gets to stay poor, and he's got a wife who is maybe 10 years younger than him, and then he's got a kid who's struggling with Mabi. I don't know how to say it in English, but anyway, he's fortunately, but at the same time, unfortunately, the parents have got to have a baby because yeah, wife Scarlet White comes to get pregnant and daughter. Yeah, as a father who just got a kid, must be happy, eh? But at the same time, you can't help but think about financial stability, about future as well. And he's even 50 years old. So he's that old, and suddenly, when he was doing second job as well, which is car wash, he passed out without any reason. So he got called by ambulance on the way to hospital. He didn't want to get ambulance because he wasn't affordable enough to pay for that ambulance service, because American system is very American, like health insurance is very expensive, which is, yeah, ridiculous compared to Korea. Here Korea is well organized. We got very well organized health insurance. Anyway, so he gets to a he gets to take like medical treatment and then he was found a lung cancer. He found lung cancer in his body. Yeah, how pathetic of him. How poor of him. How poor of him. So he was about to die in half a year or just 1 year. He couldn't let I mean, he could have let his family, you know, without money. So he decided to get into drug industry, drug field, which deals with methamphetamine. But his brother-in-law belongs to DEA, which catches drug dealers and drug smokers, drug sellers. Yeah, which is very interesting. That's how the story begins. I'm not gonna be spoiler, but the first time he Walter White started that business for family to feed family to get by, because in case he's dying, and then after he's dead, to feed the rest of his family for his you know being born daughter as well. Be is his daughter who's supposed to be born anytime soon. So that's what I mean, okay? And his son as well, like education fees, um, housing maintenance fees, something like that. All of insurance. So his purpose at the first time was just to get like 70 $700,000, I guess. It's not that big compared to you know the entire drug dealing industry's market. Do you know what I mean? Market portion. But after many things happen after that, he's no longer with fear, and he's getting more greedy and greedy. So even though he already achieved his goal, he just keeps doing that. And then the first thing he had to do for his family turned into that job, he just wants to do for himself. So that broke the relationship between Walter White and his wife, and finally with his family as well. Okay, I'm not gonna say that result, but you better watch it in person. Is very, very masterpiece, I'll say. Um, well, words can't describe it, because of maybe because of my lack of my expression, my lack of my English, but yeah, it's very good. Maybe if I am able to express it more fluently, then I'll deal with this later on. Once again, okay? But I've got a job to do tomorrow, so I better go to sleep.